Shutterworth.com. Take over. Last mission. Final boss mode.
Yeah. What's good, Joe? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk. We talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Patscorpio, the New England representative. And as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do? Shutterworth da Gawd, GOAT artist, the Soul Wars creator, LB Lauderdale boss, Ring Gang. What it do?
Yes, sir. Ring in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey yo, you already know who this is, your boy King P, Bodega Boxing in the building. Let's get it.
Hey, Bodega P straight from the sewer. Yes, sir. So yeah, we got a couple of topics for tonight. The big topic, or the main topic, I should say, because LB would be like, ugh, big topic. Is of course it's the week where Terence Crawford fights this weekend at Madison Square Garden.
Who?
Wow, the reigning WBO welterweight champion of the world, my good man.
He's on the pound. He's pound for pound.
Apparently, he is on a lot of publications.
Wow. Okay. Hold on. Wait. We talking about the same guy that fought? Who's that guy who was putting so many hands on Amir? What's his name? Amir Khan, right?
Yes. He has faced an Indian named Amir Khan. Yes. Well, Pakistan.
That was pay-per-view, right?
That was a pay-per-view. Yes, I paid for that pay-per-view. Or excuse me, my father paid for that pay-per-view. Hey.
that flopped, right?
I believe so. Yes. Or the numbers were never released.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So damn, he's made a comeback. He's back this year. Wow. Okay, yeah. That fight just kind of sprung up on us, like, cause I mean, me, like everyone else in this, every other sane person in this world, we just looking forward to the Lopez Kami fight.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, and we'll definitely get to share more of our thoughts on the Crawford fight in a little bit. But I just want to, highlight first the two main fights on its undercard. The first one, which is an Olympic rematch of some sort. I always like it when you get like the Olympic rematches in the pros, like, because sometimes it's like mad personal and stuff like that. Like it seems like these fighters, you see these fighters be mad, agitated for no reason. It's like this nigga cost me this medal, man. I'm about to take this nigga zero in the pros, man. Like they get furious, my nigga. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, because that gold medal or silver medal, bronze medal, whatever, it's a medal. Them shits is a big deal, man. Like you start your pro career and you medaling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then in this particular case, Michael Conlan was in one of the Olympic finals against Vladimir Nikitin. If I pronounced that right, I believe I did. If I didn't, I tried. Okay, so fuck you. So yes, it was a controversial fight that Conlan lost, and Conlan was disgusted. I mean, the now famous picture of him throwing up the middle fingers to the judges and everything like that, and immediately turning pro. Starting with
that interview afterwards,
he was on his Irish Tupac shit.
Yeah. He was sounding like Milanaji after the baby bull fights.
Yeah, after the first one, yeah.
The first one, that first one.
So Michael Conlan, he's been doing his thing. I mean, Top Rank has been bringing him up, guiding like carefully, make sure there are no upsets, like real basic. Yes.
Cuban school of boxing.
Cuban. Yeah. Yes.
Closed. No summer school.
Yeah.
Night school either. Charter school.
Oh. Yeah. Dropouts.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god! But yes, we like to have fun at other people's expenses sometimes. And that's just the ring gang way. But he was pissed, and then he's been guiding along carefully in his career. And Vladimir Nikitin, in contrast, has been a little bit under the radar. As in he's only had 3 pro fights.
Under the radar.
Yeah, very under the radar.
Did they even turn the radar on?
Yeah, and dude has not looked as good as Conlon. I mean, he's 3-0, but he has no knockouts. And then his last fight was a majority decision. So it's just like, this is. But hey, Top Rank. It's funny too. Bob Arum will jump on a grudge match. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. This is the odd case he's actually jumping on it like immediately. I don't know why. I mean, in this particular case, because Vladimir Nikitin is only 3-0. He's only had 3 fights. He hasn't been a pro for not even 2 years. So why this fight was made is interesting. I mean, granted, yes, they have the backstory, and and you could sell it, but it's like, why is he so interested in trying to do a rematch like this when the guy's clearly barely a pro? Unless he does that World Series of boxing stuff. If he did, then I guess he's like a half pro. Something like that.
Maybe, but then you could, it's like, I mean, you kind of answered your own question. You could sell the backstory. And then people could look at it like, well, this guy might just have, his number. So you know how that goes. So I mean,
right.
I'd rather a beef type of fight or a grudge match is made early than too late. I hate when it's made too late. Like for example, Brazil Wilder was made too late.
Yeah, it was.
I'd rather it shit be made early. Niggas is beefing. If Charlo Jacobs ever gets made, that's too fucking late.
But on the other hand, if the matchup is like, if the storyline is the beef, and the beef never went anywhere, how could it ever be too late? Like my man Nas said, some beef is everlasting.
Yeah, but
you still like the people beefing both gotta be relevant though.
Yeah.
If they not relevant, then who gives a fuck if they beefing?
Yeah, and sometimes too, primes don't last forever either. So it's like primes or skills, they don't last.
Yeah,
forever.
so I'd rather it be made early than niggas Twitter fingering for years at a time and shit.
True.
Like I don't think Leo Santa Cruz and Gary Russell Jr. like each other, and where the fuck has that been? That fight ain't gone nowhere.
Oh, stop! That shit is manufactured beef. That's not even real.
Dude,
beef.
you remember the video with Turbo Fit and the man Pops?
That shit just seemed so manufactured, so forced. Like
that was cringy as fuck.
It was like, yeah,
it's so disrespectful.
That shit was some WWF shit, like, to me.
I mean, I feel you, but I'm just saying, it's like you got a lot of little beat. Look, Tevin Farmer and Tank, they don't like each other. Are these niggas ever gonna fight?
Probably not.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that shit happens too long. Like it's too many guys, bumping their fucking gums and shit, and the end result is no fights.
Mm-hmm.
So if old man Arum, gotta force these guys to fight and they don't like each other because of this Olympic beef, then fucking so be it. Like,
right. So yeah, so that makes it interesting. I mean, I'm pretty sure Colin now, who's pretty much a very seasoned, let's say a very seasoned young pro right now. I'm expecting him to pretty much beat this dude down. Like, I mean, like I said, amateur is one thing, pro is another. I mean, I just don't see this guy winning at all. I mean, I've seen him fight. It's just like it's too late. So excuse me, too early.
That's the other thing. It's like when they try to make it like, these people, this guy fought him in the amateurs and beat him. It's like, okay, and what? Like, that's like, like that's like two pro basketball players. Like, I busted your ass when we was in McDonald's All-American AAU ball. When we was like 10 years old. Like, the fuck?
But look, you gotta understand, like, a fucking Roy Jones Tarver trilogy was based on a fucking amateur fight from when these cats was like 14 and shit. So
yeah.
So it's like people, you gotta understand, like, people are competitive and they take that shit to the fucking heart, bro. You don't understand. Like, I mean, you understand. I know there gotta be some competitive shit.
No, I get it.
This guy can't live with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So in this case, Michael Conlon, I mean, this was so public that he's literally never forgot it. So
yeah. So let him fucking complete the story, shit.
Right. Yeah.
And this wouldn't be an issue if them fucking judges could score a fucking fight. So if we're gonna blame somebody, blame their ass.
I mean, it is the Olympics, and shady shit has been known to be in the Olympics. So
yeah, and you know, I ain't gonna sit back and excuse it. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, they fucked up.
They sure did. You know, and I mean, it's not the first instance that they fucked up. You know,
I hope they got shit. I hope they sent tickets to the motherfuckers for the fight. y'all go see this man get his ass whooped because y'all couldn't get it right the first fucking time.
Exactly.
Now, if Conlon fucking gets upset, he loses. Well, shit.
Well, shit, you know, that's a lot. That's a pretty loss of momentum right there. I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
I'll allow it. I'll take it.
That would be like back to the drawing board type shit. Like,
yeah. Because it's like no one would expect it either. Like, hold on, this guy gifted you in the damn Olympics, and now he's beating your ass. Like, dude, like you're supposed to be the kid. You're supposed to be the dude. You're supposed to be the man. It's your time.
Yeah, you know, and yeah. So, but I'm pretty sure Michael Conlon is more than up for this fight. Like, he's super motivated for this fight. But you know, let's hope he's not to the point where he's like saying that he forgets that, you know, he walks into something or something, or like I said, gets his ass beat.
Or overtrains.
Yeah, exactly.
Vivian Harris.
Oh yeah, that's a blast from the past.
Oh,
yeah. And I do.
I'm talking about what was the guy he fought on the Mayweather undercard?
The one he lost his belt to?
Yeah.
Carlos Massa.
Yeah, him, yeah.
One of the worst champions I've ever seen.
Ever. But Hatton took care of him quickly.
Yeah, one of the few times Hatton actually looked good in a fight.
The Hatton got plenty of good fights, but fuck out of here.
I just got an idea for a nightly knockouts just by actually remembering that damn fight.
Yeah, that dude was a pretty bad champion. So I mean,
yeah, we gonna post him up on the Summer Jam screen.
Yeah. Made Carlos Baldomir seem like a super champion in comparison.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, but
we don't shout out child molesters and pedophiles on Ring Gang.
Oh, facts. True. Fuck him.
Yeah, you know, that dude's in jail right now. Hopefully he's grabbing ankles. You know.
Oh, he's selling them feather dusters behind bars now. Prison
Anyways.
dusters. Oh man. But yeah. So we gonna talk about like the real main event now, right?
Yeah, because like I said, I mean hopefully the Conlon fight will be will be an appetizer.
The shade from LV. I can't.
No.
Take
okay, let's just be honest.
Yeah.
This is Crawford. Crawford is that dude. I love his boxing style. Like, he's basically one of the best boxing styles that you could ask for right now in boxing.
But so, I know this fight is the fight that is the most like anticipated fight of the night, like for a boxing fight
of the year, really. Let's be honest. We've been waiting for Lopez Kami all year, dude. Like, and they kind of fuck it up by throwing Crawford in this meaningless fight as the main event. So since Crawford's not really fighting anybody important, niggas is not even bothering to promote it. And that's reflected on the whole card. So now Lopez and Kami ain't getting the love it's supposed to get. He's not getting the attention it deserves, even though we've been waiting for it all year. That's why I feel like you should have just had Crawford fight a better opponent and put him on this card, or just have him fight another card, or just leave him off for the rest of the year. Like,
no, I agree. I wish we would have gotten fucking Crawford and Kell Brook. That's what I've been wanting, but
exactly. You could have main evented that shit. You could even fucking had Crawford and fucking Jesse Vargas, my nigga. Like, dude, like I would even accepted that.
Well, I don't want to go that far. No.
Nigga, I'm willing to. Look who Crawford has fought at 147. Jesse Vargas would literally be the best name he's fought. Fuck out of here. Like, y'all think it's acting like Crawford is beating up on damn Ike Corte and Mayorga and all these champions and shit.
I ain't say all that. I ain't say that's not my assumption. You know,
I'm just saying, like,
you know what I'm saying? I mean,
like the guy fought Benavidez and Jeff Horn.
Well, he had to fight Jeff Horn. You know, someone had to get that belt off that motherfucker.
Yeah, and I mean, Jesse Vargas is clearly a level above those guys. Like, I'm just, and Amir Khan, like, come on.
Yeah. See,
Khan couldn't even beat the other Vargas. Safely. So damn right, a fucking Crawford and Jesse Vargas fight would have worked.
See, LB couldn't hold it in any longer. He meant Lopez, but this nigga he snapped.
Nah, cause man, he triggered, man. He triggered me, man.
Yeah. LB has a lot of vitriol towards Terence Crawford, because, you know, like I said, Terence Crawford is he boxes mean and he has skill. Like, there's not a lot of skilled mean niggas fighting today. There's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't understand how anybody could hate on him. In my mind, he is a boxer's boxer.
Yes.
Very much so.
Like, you know, all the boxers I like are guys that put punishment on dudes, hit hard, high skill level. You know what I'm saying? This is, you want to see him fight the best, but anyways, that's the only fucking dark cloud on this whole card is that. But as far as Kami, Lopez is finally here, and Lopez looks fucking ripped, like he's in super shape.
How the fuck is he even able to even make the weight? He looks huge for 135.
Yes, he does. Like, he looked like he could be at 147 in no time. Like,
exactly.
Like, not even 140. Like he might be at 140 for 2 fights. Did he just be up there 147?
I mean, like I said, as we said, a lot of these young fighters, I mean, I personally think they are draining a lot. Like, they're just to get not at their optimal weight, but to fight at weight where they can get an advantage. I mean, this is like the same thing with. Right? I mean, like, this is the same thing with Devin Haney too. Like, you know, I mean, clearly he's outgrown being a lightweight, but he's sticking around for maybe a couple more fights because, you know, before moving up. You know, it's that type of shit. And yeah, Lopez is like the same thing. And I mean, Lopez right now, I mean, he looks good on the outside, but what on the inside, especially up top, you know, his head, like, what's going on in his mind? Because
remember, he had all that shit going on with his family, his new wife, and his mom, you know, had some little silent beef, vocal beef, or whatever the fuck you gonna call it.
Yeah, and then I mean, his last time out, you know, he faced the unknown Asian, who pretty much he didn't look good at all. Not even
clearly, but he kind of struggled. I don't think he had as hard a fight as Lomachenko had with Luke Campbell, but
No, I mean,
You know them tall, rangy guys.
and it was even more telling too. Is in an interview he was like, "Yeah, I'm fighting people my own size, and this nigga is already big for 135 himself. So imagine he's facing like a bigger person at that weight. You know, it's like, nah, I'm not fucking around with these tall motherfuckers no more. So it's tall Asians no more. You know, and I was like, okay, that's different.
Hell yeah, fucking tall people, keys, man.
Yeah, well,
I mean, hold on, I ain't say, yo, my bad, cause all the tall listeners out there, that shit just kind of, Pat triggered me now then too, just with that. I don't want to be too hard on Lopez, cause you know those tall motherfuckers. You know, sometimes you know if they got that good jab and they athletic, they could be some problems.
But in this case, I mean, dude was a tall Asian, so naturally, you know,
so that means he had +5 with toughness. Had that Ipo warrior spirit. So yeah, if you listen to Ring Gang, there's one thing you never hear us come out our mouth. We tell y'all all the time, don't sleep on these fucking Asian boxers.
Can't. You know,
telling you that.
Like these cats are willing to die to win, literally. Sometimes, you know, and like I said, you know, they come up nowhere. And you're like, who the fuck is this? And by the end of the fight, you're like, wow.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's so true, man. So it's really like, cause Lopez didn't look good his last fight. Mm-hmm. Kami didn't look great in his last fight. Like he fought that was a Beltran fight, right?
Yeah, it was the Beltran fight. I mean, he put Beltran down like 4 times, but Beltran was tagging him a lot.
Too much for a fucking washed up Beltran to be tagging you.
Right.
If this was the Beltran that fought Terence Crawford, Kami be KO'd.
Yeah. I mean, and more often than not, I think the referee just had to stop it because, like I said, Kami, you know, like Beltran at this particular point is as washed as you can get. Like,
his punch resistance is gone. Like, if you seen this dude in his prime, he had a fucking chin for everybody that was there to fight. Mm-hmm. Just ain't get some of them. He ain't had a plot armor.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, although Crawford did legitimately beat his ass, Ricky Burns sure as hell did not. You know.
Yeah, and I thought he put more hands on Ricky Burns than Crawford did on Ricky Burns. I say that.
Well, yeah, because Ricky Burns had like a broken jaw after that fight.
Got dropped and everything.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so it was just
credit to Ricky Burns still around. Shit.
Yeah, that's another.
That's another.
Yeah, that's another head scratcher. How with all the fights he's had, who's actually fought. But I digress. But yeah, it's just like, I mean, he fought Beltran. Although he put away Beltran, he got tagged too much. And someone like Lopez,
he was getting rocked. Like he was legit buzzed by some of those counter punches, them hooks.
Well, I mean, Beltran, even a slower Beltran is a hard punch. I mean, dude's left hook is still out there. I mean, it still is up there, you know.
Facts.
Yeah, so it's like, so I mean, I can understand that, but Kami may not want to get hit with those same, like those leaping left hooks that Lopez likes to throw.
Hell no.
Yeah, because Lopez has his flaws, but one thing that motherfucker does, he is a brutal finisher. Like, dude knows how to finish people when they're hurt.
That's what I like about him. That's what I like about him.
He has that Crawford meanness.
He does, you know. And like I said, I mean, I know most people are actually picking Lopez to win this fight. And conversely, it's just like, you know, Lopez has to be careful because Kami can punch. Kami has absolute power as well. Like, I mean, it's not as explosive as Lopez, but you know, Lopez probably won't want to walk into any of Kami's shots like that.
Kami is going to test that chin. Kami is going to really test that chin. So that's the one thing I'm waiting to see how he reacts, because he's going to get hit. So he's never faced.
We got to see if he got that Robert Easter chin.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I would put somebody's chin is going to get cracked in this fight. There's no question about that. You know, depends on who and how long it's going to take for that to happen.
Who got the better chin? Because both dudes could punch. So
Yeah.
whoever take the hit the best, and we know who the real puncher is.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't think Kami hasn't been stopped. I don't think he's been knocked down, to my knowledge. He hasn't been knocked down. I mean, he's taken some shots, but he hasn't been knocked down.
Kome has a good chin because Easter was hitting him with some hard shots. He didn't. I don't know. I think he has a pretty good chin.
Yeah.
He buckled on a few of those, but yeah, he held up good.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean that fight, I think, LB said, that's the fight that everyone was waiting for. I mean, the crowd's gonna be lit, and God forbid you see Lopez win the belt. You might see a new Fortnite dance he debuts and everything.
Yeah, just keep it a little more respectful, Now, if Kami does some disrespectful shit, he foul you hard, elbow you, and you beat his ass, and you want to do a Eric Morales tribute on him or some shit, then be my guest. Because I'm gonna be honest, I will probably do the same shit. I ain't gonna be on my soapbox or nothing.
Facts. But yeah, no, I'm definitely. See, this is hard for me to pick. My heart wants to go with the veteran champion on this one. Although it's a very even, but I think I may go with Kami on this one in terms of who I think is going to win the fight. What about you guys?
Wow.
I'm still on the fence. Give me a couple minutes.
Yeah, because it's just like because they match up evenly on paper, so that's the thing.
I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with Teofimo. Very close. I'm going back and forth, but I just think that Teofimo is more. When I'm going all of this, I'm just gonna say with talent, I think that Teofimo is more talented than Kome, and I think his talent will shine through here.
I mean, yeah, he is talented. Like with the eye test, of course, you can see him. He punches. He's more explosive, quicker hands. I think his reflexes is better than Kami or Kome. I just have a hard time 100% going with him without knowing his chin and his resolve and his determination. Because Kome is going to test all of that. And the thing is, too, Kome is in his prime. He hasn't been beaten down. It's not like a Spence Kell Brook situation.
Right, exactly.
So that's what I like about this fight. And I think that's what everybody loved about this fight. We get a guy. We seen Lopez, come up, and we saw Kome come up too, and we saw him go to the top, try to do his thing, whatever. And we see where he's at, and now it's like we have another guy coming up, and we get to finally see him get tested. So with that said, I'm going with Lopez. I'm looking at like maybe 8-round knockout.
Okay, that's what it is. There's still two for Lopez, one for Kome. Me.
Oh, but what's the actual the method though?
I think it's going to be like a 10th round knockout.
Lord help us if Kome pulls this off. This is going to be the next Salido. I told you. Oh, God.
I don't know if I'm ready for that. Damn.
Yeah,
especially if it's exact. If it's a Kome 10-round KO. Because we know how hard it is to pick, fights by the exact obscure decision, like Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor by majority decision. Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like the other thing is that just doesn't kind of scares me is Teofimo's defense to me or lack thereof. He's too hittable, and a guy like Kome has power. And Kome is a guy if he had better defense, I would be much more comfortable picking Teofimo. Because I think he's a hard hitter, but I think if he's not he's gonna really hurt you with one punch. But Teofimo is gonna be there to be hit all night, unfortunately, because
Kome could hurt you with one punch. He might not knock you out, but if he catches you if he catches you good, or you don't see it coming, or he or in the right spot, Kome definitely could hurt you and if he follow up, he could get you out of there. You know, he's damn sure it's dangerous. But I agree. If he had better defensive abilities, I would see more. I could see about picking him, but both their defense is kind of leaky though.
I mean, still just thinking about that Kame shot that he landed on Robert Easter, like out of nowhere, like it was a straight up KO shot, you know, and like Easter just hit. I mean, Easter, well,
Easter almost I think robbed off that, ain't it?
He kind of, I mean, he touched the canvas, but it was like on some, you know, it was like a flash type of shit though, but it was hard enough where you could tell like this nigga was like, whoa, this nigga hits a little bit too hard for me, you know, I gotta be careful.
That just showed me Robert Easter Jr.'s chin is fucking the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
And for Mikey Garcia to drop his ass too, geez, like
Yeah, Robert Easter, yeah. I mean, yeah, like I said, he's something now. I mean, hopefully Robert Easter actually gets his ass back on track though. So I don't know what the fuck he's doing these days.
Hey, wait, let's not forget about the Granados fight. He kind of came back on that. Like that was the best Granados. I mean, that's the best Easter Jr. looked in years.
Well, facts. Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not saying, you know, he had some master class, but he came in and did what he was supposed to do or what we expected, and that's what Lopez got to do, because both these guys hittable. I just feel like Lopez, he gets his shots off faster. He'll pile up the points and the damage faster than Comey will on him. Unless he just get reckless or you know, he just gets clipped, which could happen.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's a great fight. I'm hyped for this shit. Yo, what time? Like on this Saturday, right?
Yeah, man.
What, like 10 or what?
I'm thinking it's 10. I didn't check the time. I didn't check the time on it, so I would imagine it is probably 10 o'clock. I mean, it is the only major boxing card, so we don't have to worry about any conflicts or anything.
Word. It's ESPN Plus or ESPN or regular ESPN, or, you know.
The main card, these two cards, and then no, it's on regular ESPN.
Oh, I thought it was on Plus. Okay, thank God.
Yeah, no, like the undercard, you know, it has undercard. The one has Mickey Bay on it and all that other shit. That shit is on Plus.
Yeah, Mickey Bay on the undercard.
Yeah, man.
Who's he fighting?
I don't know. I forgot who he's fighting, but that's where he is.
Wait, hold up. This seems like This seems like Bizarro World to me. You get to watch. you get to watch Crawford, Teofimo, Comey for free, but you have to pay to see Mickey Bay. You can't make this shit up.
Wow.
Welcome to boxing in 2019. Shit doesn't make a lot of things that don't make sense.
Bizarro World indeed. That's Twilight Zone, Night Gallery. That's all of them shits. Fucking Outer Limits. These niggas on.
Or in our case, though, Pete, we're actually gonna be at the fight, so I mean, we'll see this shit up and close and personal.
Oh, okay, yeah, I forgot. Y'all niggas got the spinoff. Ring Gang.
Ring Gang is everywhere.
Yeah, you know, we're like Visa, wherever we need to be, man. So, you know, it's it should be a good time to be there and everything like that. Hopefully the energies, you know, hopefully by the time the Kame Lopez fight begins and ends, the energy is where it needs to be, which will have to definitely, you know, segue into the main event, you know, which
I was about to leave now.
Yeah, no, you stay.
There's a fight after this?
No. We
swing belt?
No. We're not gonna disrespect the Pat's pound for pound king.
Hold on, wait. Nobody Chico's fighting?
I said Pat's pound for pound king.
Oh.
Because you know, Pat said he's the best, top one, pound for pound, number one. I ain't mad at it. Which is funny because before I was gonna say, let's not. Crawford is like when it comes to pound for pound, he's like the Jadakiss of pound for pound boxers. It's like top 5, dead or alive. And that's just off one LP.
Yeah, there's one division that he was like amazing in, and the rest was like, all right, you know, he's top 5, but you'll never say he's number 1. So yeah, great analogy. I actually like that. That's perfect. Like, yeah,
I think so. Kudos.
Damn,
But,
that was, I gotta appreciate that one.
Yeah, with Crawford though, now a lot of the negativity towards this fight is obviously his opponent. I'm gonna attempt to pronounce his actual name, Egidijus Kavaliauskas. You know, or
What the fuck?
Is he from Krypton?
You know,
Like,
I
that
mean-
don't even sound like an Earth name, nigga.
I attempted, and maybe if I practice it like I practice like ABCs and shit, you know, maybe I'll pronounce it correctly at some point. You know,
Sound like one of those guys. He must be the son of one of those
Dude,
guys. Kawasaki.
dude sounds like a League of Shadows minion.
Oh shit!
oh man.
For the DC Comics name.
But you know what's funny too is like they didn't even bother to put on the posters and shit. They didn't even bother putting his actual government on there, man. They just call it by his nickname, Crawford versus Mean Machine. Now I'm sorry, but I can't just go. I mean, if I can't just go, but just I'm like, nigga, what?
What kind of John Henry ass main event is this? Like, what the fuck?
Oh god,
This nigga having the damn, y'all having the fucking Street Fighter bonus level as the main event. Like, you really gonna fight a car, like, or some equipment or some shit.
oh my god.
Ah, man, like, wow.
But the reason why there's a lot of negativity is if you saw Mean Machine's last fight, it went to a draw.
Trash.
And it went through, and his opponent is, you know, notable spoiler and French contender Ray Robinson. Now,
Oh god.
now the problem with that is, you know, obviously if you're gonna be doing, I mean, obviously a lot of the Crawford fights in the past, like, you know, have always had at least a factor where at least, you know, the opponents will come off some sort of notable performance of some sort.
Not no Amir Khan. unless Samuel Vargas is a notable performance, you know, getting a decision against him.
Well, in this case, Amir Khan is an actual name, so I mean that kind of
Yeah, in 2013 or 2014, 2015,
facts, you know.
2019.
But unfortunately, Mean Machine, like I said, I mean, now most people thought Mean Machine actually beat Ray Robinson, but the two judges actually scored that shit a draw, and you know, and the fight was not that good either. So you have the perception that okay, this guy is struggling with Ray Robinson, who's not an elite welter, at least not
Elite enough with damn Josh Kelly.
Yeah, he had, and he got jobbed in that one with another draw.
Like,
So-
damn, everybody getting it tonight.
So it's like, if Mean Machine's getting drawn against Ray Robinson, what the hell is he gonna do with this against Terence Crawford? That's pretty much the thing. It's unfortunate, like I said, because it really killed the factor that worked in Terence Crawford's other fights. So niggas are just like, you know, they're just going ahead and just saying whatever, this, that, and the third about it.
Yeah, this is a Wilder level fight. You know, let's be honest.
Yeah, it really is.
A Tank Davis fight.
And it's just gonna be like how many rounds. I mean, although dude is technically undefeated, you know, it's gonna be like how. I mean,
Oh my god.
But it's gonna be like how many rounds is it gonna take for Crawford to break this dude down and stop him? So
Yeah, this one of those if a tree falls in the forest type of opponents. You know, if a guy fights somebody, if a guy fights a ghost in an empty alley, did he win a decision?
Yeah, this guy's undefeated. How many Russian bots did he beat? Like,
Who were the fucking Uber drivers?
I have absolutely no idea on that one.
I mean, does he even have like a lower enforcer mob affiliation or some shit? Like he got a background, like some hands. I'm just saying, you know.
I mean, it's one of the things. It's like, I mean, the guy is signed by Top Rank. He's a welter. Top Rank is clearly just looking for fodder for Crawford. And even though the draw happened, we have this fight because, frankly, who else in the 140 side of Top Rank is ready for a Crawford fight or any conditioning for a Crawford fight? You know?
Oh, hold on. You mean on which side of the street first?
Top Rank side of the street, of course.
Shit, nigga, is there even a street over there? Like,
that street looks like it just is comprised of one cardboard box. Get in.
I mean, back when Tim Bradley was boxing, the street had, you know, a couple of houses on it.
Right. Yeah.
Now that shit looking like the scene in Terminator 2 when they having the flashback and they looking at the world getting blown up and shit.
Oh man, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to. We can't even really say like, oh, who do you think is gonna win? I mean, Crawford is gonna win. There's no question about it.
So okay, let's get right to it. What round?
I think it will probably take him no more than 5 rounds.
4.
3.
Yeah, and like I said,
folks.
I mean, it's unfortunate. Like I said, Mean Machine is a decent fighter, but it's just not the fighter that we want Crawford to face at this time.
Not after having Amir Khan.
Yeah. Well, struggle draws with fake Sugar Ray Robinson don't exactly excite anybody.
Yeah. If you having a hard time digesting Splendor, nah, you ain't ready for Crawford.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, it is. I mean, like I said, I mean, if anything, we just get an entertaining fade out of it, and you're like, yeah, Crawford, you got rid of the jobber, you know.
Yeah.
And then, of course, then the talks with Spence and PBC and whoever you'll start up again immediately afterwards.
Yeah, can we at least let this man get healthy from a car accident before we fucking like? This guy's not even. He's out of commission right now. What the fuck are we bringing up Spence for? God damn. Like.
Damn. Bars. I mean, I don't know that picture that we seen of Spence. I don't know how long it's gonna take for him to recover, bro. Like.
Yeah, I mean, Spence got some injuries there. There's some very clear injuries.
Yeah, and the way he been just so, you know, out of the public eye for so long, he's just...
Because he's embarrassed.
Yeah, like he killed his own momentum, man. It's sad because he had a big year this year.
He did.
Oh, these guys just can't get out of their own way.
Right. So, I mean, yeah, you know, Crawford, Machine. Yeah, so if anything, we just hope for, like I said, entertaining fade, and then basically you pray that, you know, there's a tougher fight next time.
How about a possible street crossing? I mean, there is we seen a PBC guy have a quick fight come January. Danny Garcia, your favorite boxer.